You were never asking for too much. You were just asking the wrong person. You weren't asking for the world. You was asking for basic needs, honesty, care. But when somebody is committed to giving you less, your basic needs feel like pressure to them. That doesn't mean that you're asking for too much. It just means they don't want to meet you there. And when somebody doesn't want to meet you there, they make it feel like you're the problem. They will say you're too sensitive, you're too needy, too emotional, too demanding. What you was actually asking for should have been normal. They acted like you were pressuring them. They were acting like you were insecure when you said, that hurt me. They were acting like you were being dramatic when you asked for basic effort. They were acting like you were doing too much when you set a boundary. After a while, you start to believe them and you start to forget your boundaries. They start to fade away. They make your needs feel smaller, and then you stop asking questions. You stop telling them the needs that you require. You stop telling them when something hurts because you know they're going to gaslight you. You stop trusting your feelings and put everything to the back of your mind. You say it's fine when it's not. This is how you abandon yourself, piece by piece. Every time you silence yourself to keep the peace, that trains you to forget your boundaries. Every time you avoid less conflict, again, trains you to be quiet. Every time you explain your pain and still nothing changes, this is a pattern, and this is training you to be quiet, not ask questions, not express your needs, and before you know it, you become somebody you don't even recognize. And most of the time, these people understand what you're saying and what you require. They just don't want to change. Some people heard you, but they acted like they didn't understand. And some people knew you was hurting and still watched you hurt without no remorse. It's very difficult to accept that someone that you love, that you thought or think loves you, could do this. And of course, nobody's perfect, and we can all learn how to grow and how to communicate better. But sometimes the tone wasn't your problem. I've had someone say to me, oh, it's the tone that you use. It's not what you said, it's the tone. The tone affects them because they can hear the pain in your voice. So they want you to take the pain out your voice to make them feel comfortable. It was the refusal to care about your emotions that's the problem, not you, or not you bringing it up. And I know I've been there many, many times when someone that you love, whether that's friends, family, or partner, refuses to see you in pain and blame shifts, and they gaslight you to make it out like you're the problem, like you're the sensitive one, like you're the dramatic one. I've been told for so long I'm sensitive and I'm dramatic that I made it a personality trait. That I was like, yeah, I'm dramatic, I'm the drama, when it's not. It's just they didn't have the capacity for it. They did not have the capacity for me to love me, to give me what I needed. But they wanted me to always be there for them, give them access and give them what they need. And the thing is, you can still love somebody and still be in communication with somebody without having to cut them off and being toxic back. There's so many other ways. You could just simply choose yourself. And what does that look like? Giving distance, not playing games, but using that time to help yourself. Especially if someone calls you and, and as soon as you say something like, I'm tired from life, let's just say, for example, and they say, oh, you're so sensitive. It's like, that's the time to end the phone call. That's the time to, or that's the person that maybe you should not be expressing your feelings to, because they're not safe. They don't want to hold that capacity for you. They just want to have access to you. There was a point where I was just trying to cut everyone off, and I realized that is not healthy. Depends. Some people, you have to cut them off. They're just so completely toxic. They will destroy you. And some people are not emotionally mature, and you have to understand that and try and not force them or beg them into that maturity. Sometimes you can't explain accountability to somebody. They know they should be accountable for something and they're avoiding it. You cannot love somebody harder or better or give more to get them to love you better. They just don't have the capacity. If they wanted to meet you there, they would. Or they would at least try. They would listen, they would adjust, they will negotiate, they will compromise. They won't turn it around on you and make you feel guilty for basic respect. I stopped asking myself, how can I make them understand my point of view? And I said to myself, why am I still explaining myself to someone who is determined to misunderstand me, don't want to understand me, don't want to try to make the situation better for me or for us? And that's it. What is it going to cost me whilst I wait for them to grow up or to understand? It costs you your peace, your sleep, confidence, your energy, your self-respect, your joy, and mainly your voice. That's too expensive for me. No relationship is worth losing myself over. No connection is worth it either. No history is worth me feeling constantly hurt day after day. And I know you see the good moments. I know you see who they could be. You see their potential. I know you tell yourself that they can change. I understand fully. Are they changing? Do they want to change? Do they want to grow? Or are they happy being where they are? Are they showing up for you? Are they showing up for themselves? Are they taking accountability for themselves? Are they respecting you? Are they making things better for you? Potential is not enough for someone to be consistent, for someone to change their behavior, for someone to see you the way you need to be seen. So many times people get caught up in a dream and they're not living in reality. Reality will always tell you what you need to know about yourself, about the situation, about them. Do they keep hurting you after you've told them it hurts you? Do they keep dismissing your needs even though you told them? Do they only change when they think or when they're about to lose access to you? Because that tells you everything you need to know. And information is your biggest power source that you need to know. Information is your biggest power, and stop ignoring it. Listen, write it down, take notes. A mental note, keep happening, like, because this is not just a partner, friendship. This can happen on all different areas. And I realized it's not about being angry, it's about choosing myself, it's about changing myself. And I know I have the potential to be a better person, so why am I not trying to change for myself? Why am I so adamant on changing somebody else? And that is the work we're talking about, you know. And it's a bit different from healing, okay? Even though it is technically it's healing, but this is like a softer healing. This is like day by day check-in healing. It's not like, this is why I chose the Choose You check-in worksheet, because I know it's easy to watch these videos. When real life hits, when guilt is pushed upon you, when habit comes back, it's so easy to fall back into it. Download this worksheet. It's going to help you check in daily on how easy it is to slip back into those habits and to bring yourself back into it. What am I feeling? What is draining me? What am I accepting less? What do I need? Boundary do I need to keep my hands wrapped around? The link's in the description. It's free. Download it. I want you to stay honest with yourself and have something to come back to when real life kicks our butts. You deserve to not beg for the basics. You deserve for not feeling guilty for asking for basic respect. You were never asking for too much. How can honesty, effort, safety, consistency be too much? Sometimes it's the wrong person. When I stopped asking inconsistent people to be stable or inconsistent people to be consistent with me, life changed. I stopped asking selfish people to consider me. Life changed. When I started asking myself, what do I need? And not answering that phone call, I started asking myself, what am I ignoring? What do I keep settling for? And why do I keep choosing people that make it like so hard for the basics? I don't do the drama thing. I don't, you know, oh, I'm cutting you off, I'm blocking you. I just disappear like that. I just step back and I just step back and do my thing and slowly drift. And things change when you stop waiting for people to do the right thing for you. I know that person might have a certain role in their life. Maybe that's mom, dad, sister, brother, auntie, uncle, and that role is to do certain things. Doesn't mean they're gonna do that. Doesn't mean they have the capacity to do that. You don't know what kind of wounds they have. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you for my next one. Bye.